So the key objectives of WF Aid are manifold. First of all, we are a relief and development organisation with a relief and development department of the World Federation. So our primary focus is to help relieve impoverished communities around the world with a focus on Khoja communities as well as non-Khoja communities. So these will include people in disaster-struck areas, people that are in abject cyclical poverty, and various other communities around the world, including those communities in which Khoja jamaats are present, both here in the UK as well as all around the world.
Aid in today's day and age is needed in every corner of the world. However, our priorities are within our membership first, to make sure that our regional bodies have any particular areas that they need help from us is a priority. But more than anything else, the way we find out where the aid is really needed the most is getting that information from the ground. We have needs assessment forms that we send out to all our partners, to all our regional bodies, be it for Ramadan relief, be it for eradication of Khoja poverty, or be it for Eid gifts. When we get that information from our partners, from our regional bodies, and it gives us that level of details of exactly which areas are needed, it allows us to look at the pot of money we have. It allows us to approach our valuable donors and try and make sure we can allocate the funds so that we can make a difference.
Now, as you can imagine, we get requests from all around the world all the time. And the issue is that we only have finite resources, we only have finite funds, and as much as all of us at WF Aid would like to fund every single one of the requests that we get, we have to pick and choose, unfortunately.
Lady Zainab Helping Hands took birth in the year 2017, February, when a group of our volunteers visited Sham, Damascus, and we went as 12 volunteers from the UK and America to see and witness and feel the plight of the displaced, internally displaced in Syria. And this is Zainabia. Prior to that, I felt that there was an urgent need of helping and supporting the Syrian orphans and widows who had been through 8 years of brutal war. We are supporting families inside Zainabia, alhamdulillah, with basic needs, with educational supplies, with rent sometimes, when we find that families who have nowhere to go, alhamdulillah, through Lady Zainab Helping Hands and World Federation Aid, we are able to at least relocate these families.
We have projects ranging from all around the world. Right now we're sort of doing a bit of everything. We've got medical projects in, let's say, Yemen. We've got medical projects in Pakistan. We've got medical projects in Syria. We have education projects for impoverished communities around the world. We have microfinance projects to help empower people lift themselves out of poverty. We've got shelter and housing projects. So we've got a large plethora of projects that we have around the world.
I think the next 5 years for the organization is going to be very interesting and exciting. One of the main areas of focus for the new team will be to reduce the eradication of Khoja poverty, for sure. That is a priority. And more than anything else is how we can tap into the grassroots, how we can narrow the communication or the perception that the WF have to the grassroots. If we can narrow that and the grassroots can see the transparency and appreciate the work that the World Federation is doing, that will be a tremendous achievement.
So one of the things that for me is very important at WF Aid is to make sure that I'm increasing the community's engagement with WF Aid. It genuinely upsets me that the community, the youth at large, don't rally around an organisation that has been created by their own selves. I am in the process of trying to find out what more we can do to make sure that the youth and grassroots are really engaging with WF Aid. One of my main goals is to engage with the communities on a personal level to make sure that they're aware of what WF Aid does and to really bring them on board, whether that is through just giving their time, giving their donations, just raising awareness of what WFA does. It's very important for me to be able to do that. And to be able to gain the community's trust, I will, as I said, need to make sure that everything at WFA is running as it should. The processes, the transparency, the accountability is all up to scratch. So that's one of my main goals.